Alright, hello everyone, my name is Ark and welcome back to another figure news update video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at yet more figures that Tamashii Nations have announced within the last couple of hours. And just as a first thing, to sort of get right into it, new Dragon Ball Daima figures with the boy Glorio, Panzi, in the this man looks so goofy, the little Supreme Kai of Time, bro. Look at him. Why does he look like that? Oh my god, he looks hilarious. He's so fun. It's so funny how he looks. Yes, we did get a mini Supreme Kai of Time before a regular size one. That is hilarious, bro. He looks fucking adorable. I'm sorry for my language, but my god, he looks absolutely cute. But he looks so funny too. Pansy looks good. She doesn't look like she has much articulation so far, but it's fine. And then Glorio looks like he's almost done in terms of like the actual readiness for the pre-order period. But these guys look amazing. Very excited for these to sort of just continue growing my Dragon Ball Daima collection. Definitely will be making a video for each and every single one of these. Especially Glorio, since he's like the new character of Daima. Panchi probably not going to be that sought after for sure, especially for some people. But yeah, and then Tiny Supreme Kai of Time. So if these release like in the same month, I'm probably going to do a review separately for all of them. And I'm definitely hoping we get more Dragon Ball Daima figures soon, more as well, like more than this, than what we already have. But just to continue sort of like the Dragon Ball-esque type, we are getting a best selection Super Saiyan Goku, the legendary Super Saiyan from Namek, of course. This is a best selection that's going to be getting a pretty much just a reduced price cost and a little bit less accessories for just a more better packaged version, I guess. This you'll be able to find in a Tamashii Nation stores, both in Japan and here in the US over in New York. So that's another thing. There is no other information as to how much he's going to include. Very weird that they're doing this one, especially not even a year after the first one released. But it makes sense. Make it more affordable for others so they can start getting into the line as well. So yeah, again, very nice. And then just to finish off the Dragon Ball stuff, I did post a post on the community tab yesterday about this Figuarts Zero sort of going with the front cover of the first weekly Shonen Jump that featured the chapter 1 of Dragon Ball. This figure, from this angle, it looks really nice, but when you look at it from the front of Kid Goku and even Bulma, they look so weird. I'm not even joking. Like, Goku's eyes are so far apart, and in the illustration itself, they're not that far apart, and they're not that small either. So, I don't know what happened there in the translation, but if it gets, quote-unquote, fixed, then that'd be great. If not, I think this would still be a really good figure, and I might actually get it, because, again, Dragon Ball. But moving away from Dragon Ball, if my loading was to work, we are finally getting Romance, Dawn, Usopp, and Sanji from One Piece. Pretty much no information whatsoever of these two so far, but here is pretty much the whole Romance Dawn gang together. I already have Luffy. Have a review for it, Brady. I'm working on a review for Nami, and I'm definitely going to be getting Zoro and these two as well. They look amazing. I'm very excited for both of them. Sanji seems to be pretty similar to the previous counterpart, which I'm still trying to look for in stores as well. But we do have something very interesting. We have the 2000 Godzilla display, and this is a different sort of version of Godzilla. This is like an improved sculpt from the previous one. If I'm able to find a picture of them, they had a Godzilla that was very much 2000 Godzilla, but I think it was 1999. I'm not entirely sure. I keep forgetting what years each Godzilla is and everything like that. Um, so there was a previous one where the neck was too long compared to the actual suit, but this one seems to be a lot more accurate for sure. He looks absolutely majestic. Look at that paint job. Oh my god. Absolutely beautiful. Those dorsal fins too. Ooh. That is not a good sign in terms of the I know this is a prototype. We've talked about this. It's a prototype. They don't last long. So a tail with probably very weak joints just to like assemble them quickly is going to need a support stand like this. But I'm dropping things. But I'm definitely expecting this figure to not actually need a support stand whatsoever. But yeah, moving on from the Monster Arts thing, we do have more Kamen Rider stuff, of course, more big announcements, which is awesome. They did not show it here. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna cut here in a minute. Okay, so finally, Jesus Christ. We are getting an SH Figuarts Yamayugi from, of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Themselves. They apparently do have a prototype figure with no paint whatsoever, but it is there, which is very interesting. I really like that. But again, we also have the more SH Monster Arts type-esque figures, which is awesome. And of course, Yamayugi, just more into the SH Figuarts line is great. Again, the Romance Dawn. And then this right here is one of the most important things that people could be using or could be doing right now. This is a questionnaire asking people what they want to see reissued and re-released in the Dragon Ball SH Figuarts line for the 40th anniversary. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I've already posted this as well. So, let me see if I can open this real quick. So, this is a sort of like 90 something or like 100 figure list where you can select whichever 3 figures that you want. So here we have the Dragon Ball era, the Saiyan saga, the Frieza saga as well, all the way including Bardock too. Here's the Ginyu Force as well, and the Android/Cell saga with 17 and 18 and even 16. So if you wanted to get reissues of these or re-releases, that would be great, honestly. But at the same time, I'm gonna sort of talk about one thing in a minute. And of course, we have Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Perfect Cell that we're gonna get one probably soon enough. The Buu Saga, the GT era, Dragon Ball Super, and this is what kind of surprised me the most. I don't know if I'm right on this one, but this looks like the Target and Walmart exclusive Kaioken Goku. Now I'm surprised he's here in the films because I thought he was part of the Frieza saga, so that's fine. I don't care. But here we have probably the one that people want the most, and that is the man himself, Broly, from Dragon Ball Z, from the Z movies. Well, yes, he is pretty outdated in terms of the actual engineering. He is still a very popular and sought-after character because it's Broly. Now, what are my picks for this? Well, first one was Broly because it actually would be nice getting a Broly like him in my collection. Would be amazing. And then my other 2 picks, I'm skipping past the Buu saga and even the Cell saga and going into the Frieza saga and picking Rikum and Butter and Goldo because these guys are expensive as hell and I do not want to pay aftermarket prices. My other choices, if I would not have chosen Broly, if Broly was not a part of this list, it would have been this entire Ginyu Force. I don't care if I have to pay like $100 for Ginyu, that's fine. But these guys, they're like above 200. This guy's like 300. These guys are like 400, 500 sometimes. Jesus Christ, they're expensive. And this guy's like 200. So it's like, that's almost $1,000 for the entire Ginyu Force, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, like those are my picks. Broly, Rikum, and Burter and Goldo for that list, because everything else is gonna get a sort of like re-release or reissue, sort of like updating the bodies and everything. For example, Scatter Vegeta, he got a new updated body and better articulation. Yes, it's not the one with the tail. It's from the Frieza saga, but it's fine. It serves the same purpose. Uh, Second form Frieza, some of the Frieza forms, second form and third form is more available. Second form is somewhat available, but at really high prices. So that would have been another good one. Um, Again, 17 and 18, and even Perfect Cell, and even Android 16, those would be good choices as well, because again, they're very sought after, very rare at this point. But the reason why I didn't choose any of them is because we might legit get some of them actual re-releases, or not even re-releases, but like new articulated and redefined and redesigned figures within the next 2 years, if I'm like hopefully guessing right. But that is pretty much everything from this batch of news. I couldn't find the other stuff that I looked at. There seems to be new stuff for the My Hero line, like that, more Deku effects as well. Besides that, I couldn't really find anything else. But yeah, that's all the time I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.